Hi there, and welcome back to Biyajimenez. After 8 months of using a wet-leased aircraft from Spanish charter carrier Wamos Air, Philippine Airlines has finally brought back their own aircraft on the Sydney and Melbourne routes. As of February 1, 2025, PAL is once again flying their tri-class Airbus A330. This marks the return of PAL's premium economy class on this route, giving passengers an extra option between economy and business class. This video is gonna be a special one. Not just because it's my first long-haul flight with our flag carrier, but also because it's my first time flying premium economy. Join me on this 8-hour journey from Manila to Sydney with Philippine Airlines, the heart of the Filipino. Back in May 2025, the nation was left in shock when an SUV rammed into the entrance of the departure area at NAIA Terminal 1. The tragic incident claimed the lives of 2 innocent people, one of them a 5-year-old child. Initial reports pointed to a critical failure in the design of the bollards, which were not buried deep enough into the ground to prevent exactly this kind of accident. In response, the new airport operator NAIC has launched an infrastructure audit and reconfigured the drop-off zones, switching from the previous diagonal layout to a parallel unloading setup. The president has also ordered a separate investigation into the 2019 bollards, which were part of earlier airport upgrades. I arrived at the airport 4 hours before my flight. The terminal was already very busy, but thankfully, the PAL check-in counters were not. Philippine Airlines permanently occupies counters 40 to 78, or basically half the entire terminal. For flights to Sydney and other Australian cities, passengers are required to undergo additional security screening in Manila as mandated by the Australian government. Before check-in, your baggage needs to be swabbed for inspection. Since I got to the airport early, the whole process took less than 5 minutes. But keep this in mind if you're checking in more bags or traveling with a group, because it might take longer. There are dedicated lanes for business class and premium economy passengers. I also made a quick detour to the Tieza booth to pay my travel tax, but overall, the check-in experience was fast and smooth. Security and immigration were quick and easy, but there's more to look forward to. NAIC Chairman Ramon Ang, in partnership with the Department of Transportation and the Department of Justice, has announced plans to introduce facial recognition e-gates at both arrival and departure areas by December 2025. We can only hope everything goes according to plan and on time. But for now, let's head to the lounge. This huge sign will point you to the elevators that take you up to the 4th level where the lounge is located. The Mabuhay Lounge is the flagship lounge of Philippine Airlines. It's accessible to business class passengers as well as Mabuhay Miles Million Milers, Premier Elite, and Elite members. You can also purchase access through the MyPal Lounge program if you're flying economy or premium economy. The lounge is spacious, bright, and airy. The entire space is divided into 3 main areas. Right by the entrance is an expansive seating section, along with a dimly lit room reserved exclusively for Million Milers. In the middle, you'll find more seating and the bar. My favorite spot is the one facing the windows, perfect for some plane spotting. And toward the back is the buffet and dining area. The Mabuhay Lounge is best known for its arroz caldo, which has become the gold standard among Manila lounges, and it's popular for a reason. Food offerings also include Chinese noodle bowls, a salad station, a limited selection of hot dishes, and a wide variety of sweet and savory pastries. If you still have room for dessert, don't skip their take on halo-halo. There are several drink stations throughout the lounge stocked with soft drinks and UCC coffee machines. But if you ask me, the best part of this lounge is the bar, co-branded with Tanduay, which is of course run by the same owners of PAL. They offer a full range of cocktails and several variants of Tanduay rum. I didn't get to try any on my last visit because it was too early in the day, but this time I made sure to order one. The bartender recommended the Mabuhay sling. It was on the stronger side though, but still tasted pretty good. They also serve barista-made coffee here, so if you've got time, I'd suggest grabbing your coffee from the bar instead of the self-service machines. The lounge has modern and clean bathrooms and a separate shower area. The shower rooms are spacious, stocked with fresh towels and amenities, and each one even has its own toilet inside. It's almost time for boarding, so let's head to our gate. If you're new to the channel, my name is Earl and welcome to Biyajimenez. I do trip reports and airport lounge tours. If you love aviation content, please consider subscribing. Our aircraft for this 8-hour journey to Sydney is an 11-year-old Airbus A330-300 registered as Romeo Papa Charlie 8789er. Before entering the boarding gate, all passengers bound for Australia must undergo additional security screening and a document check. Take note, liquid items over 100 ml, including drinks bought from cafes airside, are not allowed beyond this secondary checkpoint. Boarding was already underway when I got to the gate.
Hi. Thank you.
Priority was given to business class passengers and Mabuhay Miles Elite members, followed by premium economy passengers.
Hi, welcome. Hi. Thank you. Window seat.
Welcome on board Philippine Airlines flight PR211 bound for Sydney. Premium economy is arranged in a 232 layout with a total of 24 seats. And my seat for tonight is 23 Alpha. Waiting at each seat is a pillow, blanket, and a pair of headphones. The headrest is adjustable and can be folded inward for better support. It's also nicely padded, which adds to the overall comfort. The cabin crew began the service by offering welcome drinks to premium economy passengers. I went with the apple juice, which was served in a glass. Since I had no neighbor, I got to use the center cocktail table, which was super convenient. Now back to the seat features. The seat offers a generous 8-inch recline, which you can activate using the button on the left armrest. On the right armrest, there's another button to raise the leg rest. Legroom is impressive with a seat pitch of 38 inches. There's also a footrest you can use to stretch out during the flight. Here's how it looks when fully extended. The tray table is stored inside the armrest. It's bifold and can also be slid back and forth. For storage, you get 2 additional pockets aside from the main seat back pocket, which holds the menu card, an air sickness bag, and the safety card. Also on the left armrest is the remote control. This lets you switch on the reading light, call a crew member, or control the IFE screen if you don't want to use the touchscreen. And speaking of the screen, each seat has a 13.3-inch touchscreen TV. It's embedded, so unfortunately you can't adjust the angle. That said, the screen is bright and crisp, and the touch response is very smooth. To the side, there's a coat hook, a USB-A charging port, and a headphone jack. Each passenger also has access to a personal power socket. Here's a closer look at the headphones provided. The blanket is noticeably thicker and of better quality than what you'd get in economy. And the pillow is larger and comes with a proper pillowcase, not the usual scratchy kind.
Mr. Sales speaking. I'm delighted to welcome everyone aboard flight PR211 bound for Sydney, Australia. We expect to depart on schedule, and the flight time to Sydney will take us 7 hours and 15 minutes. We'll climb to our cruising altitude of 39,000 feet. We expect fair weather during the flight. Our estimated time of arrival in Sydney will be 8 o'clock in the morning, Sydney local time. And for information, Sydney is ahead by 2 hours than that of Manila's local time. We care for your safety. Please take your assigned seats as soon as possible to facilitate our departure, and keep your seatbelts fastened at all times, as you may experience unexpected turbulence during the flight. We'll update you the latest arrival information as we get closer to Sydney. Thank you for flying Philippine Airlines to the heart of the Filipino, Mabuhay.
Mabuhay! Welcome on board this Philippine Airlines flight. Before we depart, we want to let you know how much we care about your safety. This is inspired by everyone in the country for the safety of everyone in this flight.
Before settling down, please set your mobile and tablet devices to airplane mode. Be sure to store large devices at this time. And also, please switch off all your transmitting.
Rapid change in cabin pressure, oxygen masks will automatically drop in front of you. When this happens,
Relax as we're about to take off. We hope you enjoyed this in-flight safety video made by the Filipino, for the Filipino, and for the world.
Mabuhay! From Philippine Airlines, the heart of the Filipino.
Shortly after takeoff, the cabin crew came around to distribute a pair of slippers along with a simple amenity kit. Inside the kit, you'll find a pair of socks, an eye mask, and a dental kit. After a while, the cabin crew began the dinner service, so let's take a look at tonight's menu. There are two options, beef salpicao with rice or chicken piccata with rice pilaf. Both meals came with a vegetable salad as an appetizer, a warm bread roll with butter, and a mango cream cake for dessert. They also included a small pack of dried mangoes on the tray. I went with the beef salpicao. It leaned on the sweeter side, almost like beef tapsilog, but it was good. The bread was served warm, which is always a plus. As for the dessert, I just wish the chiffon cake had a bit more cream on it. And yes, I was also very happy that the cabin crew offered me the full can of Coke Zero. Little things like that really make a difference. For me. Now, in terms of the meal itself, it's pretty much the same as what you'd get in economy. The main difference is how it's presented. The tray is slightly bigger, the drinks are served in glassware, and the cutlery is metal, wrapped in linen. Later on, the crew came around offering coffee, but I decided to skip it this time. PAL's in-flight entertainment on this aircraft is pretty good. It's not the most extensive, especially when compared to neighboring airlines like Cathay Pacific or Singapore Airlines, but paired with a responsive touchscreen, it's miles better than relying on their in-flight streaming service. The selection includes a decent mix of recent releases and older films. Definitely enough to keep you entertained on an 8-hour flight. That said, for a Philippine flag carrier, there's surprisingly little Filipino content on board. There's also a variety of TV shows available, though most only have a few random episodes rather than full seasons. Music is available too, though the selection is fairly basic. The moving map looks great on this screen, but unfortunately it's not interactive. It just plays as a slideshow. Alcoholic beverages are available for premium economy passengers, and I actually skipped the coffee service just for this. The only cocktail on offer was called Davao Tropics, a refreshing blend of pineapple and apple juice, coconut cream, and Tanduay Asian rum. It was the perfect nightcap as we cruised above the skies of Mindanao. At one point, the head purser saw me enjoying the drink and kindly offered another round. I respectfully declined, of course, but I really appreciated the gesture. Let's do a quick lavatory tour before I get some sleep. Inside, it's the usual setup: a sink, tissues, and PAL's standard trio of amenities, hand wash, cologne, and lotion. Here's the toilet, and finally, a coat hook. This one is reserved exclusively for premium economy passengers. How do I know? There's a printed sign taped to the door that literally says, "Premium economy only." After a solid 3.5 hours of sleep, I woke up to the smell of bread being reheated. A few minutes later, the cabin lights were switched on. The crew came around with hot towels for all passengers before starting the light breakfast service. For breakfast, we were given a box of corned beef sandwich and a pack of cookies. You've always known my love for PAL's coffee, and once again, it did not disappoint. It went so well with the cookies that I asked for another cup.
Australia has strict biosecurity rules that apply to you. We need your help to protect Australia's environment, unique wildlife, farming, and way of life from danger.
Now, you might be wondering how I was able to upgrade my economy ticket to premium economy. And no, it wasn't free. In case you're not familiar, PAL has a MyPAL upgrade program that allows economy passengers to bid for a premium economy or a business class seat. You can place multiple bids for the same flight, and you're free to modify or cancel them up to 24 hours before departure. The website will ask for your credit card details, but don't worry, payment is only processed if your bid gets accepted. I initially placed a bid for a business class upgrade, but unfortunately that didn't go through. Thankfully, I also submitted a bid for a premium economy, and that one got accepted. We've started our descent into Sydney, so let me conclude this trip report with Philippine Airlines. Our journey began at NAIA Terminal 1, where premium economy passengers have access to a dedicated check-in counter. Just a heads up, if you're flying to Australia, make sure to allot extra time for security procedures. There are baggage checks before check-in and again at the gate as required by the Australian government. The Mabuhay Lounge is a great place to relax while waiting for your flight. It has plenty of seating, modern interiors, and solid food options. The cocktail bar and barista-made coffee are a plus, and there's even a shower area if you need to freshen up before boarding. Once on board, I can confidently say the premium economy upgrade was worth it. The legroom was generous, and the seat was comfortable enough for some proper rest. For a flight of this length, I'd say premium economy is the ideal sweet spot. Maybe for longer flights, I'd feel differently, but for 8 hours, this was just right. The food served is the same as in economy, but it comes with a few premium touches. A larger tray, metal cutlery wrapped in linen, and drinks served in glassware. Cocktails are also available in premium economy, though there's only one option on this flight. But what really stood out for me was the signature PAL service. While I've experienced great care in economy before, there was definitely an extra level of attentiveness here. The head purser regularly checked in, offering more drinks and making sure I was comfortable throughout the flight. This is probably my best experience with Philippine Airlines so far, not just in terms of the hard product, but the soft product as well. PAL has faced its fair share of turbulence, from aging aircraft to financial struggles. But with the upcoming delivery of the Airbus A330-1000, paired with the signature warmth of its crew, I really believe PAL is on the rise, and finally ready to compete with the world's best. As for the ticket prices, a one-way journey on this route can cost around $1,450 while a round trip typically goes for about $2,298. That said, I was able to score a round-trip economy class ticket for just $588 back in January, and then placed a bid for a premium economy on top of that. Thank you so much for joining me on this trip report. If you enjoy the content, please leave a like and consider sharing this video with your family and friends. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this Philippine Airlines trip report in the comments section below. Don't forget to hit the subscribe and bell buttons so you stay updated and never miss out on future content. I look forward to having you again in my next video. For now, enjoy this landing along with a stunning view of the Sydney Harbour and the city skyline.
Lucky it's warm enough, not cold.
Thank you.
Salamat.